What's up, guys? It's Chocolate in the Cut. You have right here and me, Chocolate or Chocolate. We're going to be reacting actually to a video about Belize. That is our cultural background, so it's nice to see. Belize is one of, if the only Afro-Latin country to have its primary language as English. Just look it up. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, well, and then we also have to tell them that, you know, because I don't know when you're going to drop this video, but it is recent that tomorrow is Settlement Day, November the 12th in Belize. So,
yes. Big ups to my people out there. So Passport Heavy, here's the channel. Like, subscribe, comment.
In the world non-stop for 12 years. So when I got the message inviting the Passport Heavy squad to check out Belize, a Central American English-speaking country on the Caribbean waters and only a 4-hour flight away from LA, it instantly hit me. I almost knew nothing about the country. I kind of felt dumb. I was like, oh, I'm one of these Americans that don't know geography. Didn't even know where it was. And so never in our 50 videos that we've created about countries all over the world have we known so little about a country before arriving. But let me tell you this is how a short 5-day trip turned into a 34-day trip of a lifetime. Beautiful people that we now call friends, a welcoming melting pot of cultures, picture-perfect landscapes, the largest living barrier reef in the world, postcard sunsets, amazing parties, and food that is so good, your boy literally gained 20 pounds in 34 days. Belize might just be the hidden gem of Central America. The culture is so rich because it's a melting pot of so many different ethnicities. It's literally the DNA of the country, which ensures for some diverse food and hot sauce. I'm telling you, be careful of the hot sauce. Then of course, the accommodation, the activities, the nightlife, real estate opportunities, and business opportunities I see popping up. And of course, where to get your hair cut. First, how do you get to Belize? So getting to Belize from the US is fairly quite easy. They have a lot of direct flights from Atlanta, Houston, Miami, Chicago, I mean, even Seattle on Alaska Air, and that's who we flew with, direct from LA, about 4.5 hours.
We're going to Belize. This is my second time going. We're on a direct flight on Alaska Airlines. The only direct flight offered from LAX to Belize. Huge time saver, and we're in first class. On top of that, so you know it's gonna be luxury.
The only flight from California non-stop, so you know what we do. Alaska Airlines was great because it was a one-world partner. That means we got to have our bags for free. And when you got on board, it just really felt like the staff had been working together for years. And the food was good, and that was kind of unexpected. Airline food is never normally the best. And we both love water and adventure and diving and unique cultures. So if this was the very least that we were gonna get, it was gonna be well worth the trip. Back in the sun, I can't wait. It's gonna be an amazing week, full of adventure. We're gonna be snorkeling, we're gonna be diving, and we're also gonna take a helicopter over the blue hole. Let's get it. Airports are like the first impression that you have of a country. And Belize, they understood the assignment. Clean, efficient, what more could you ask for? Welcome to Belize. I'm a real tourist now. I feel like I'm on vacation. Need my pina colada. So our first destination was San Ignacio in the jungle, which borders Guatemala. And then, so getting there from the airport, having a private driver is definitely the #1 option, but there's so many different options depending on your budget. So talking about money and currency in Belize, they have the Belizean dollar. It's really easy to understand. So $1 US is 2 Belizean dollars. Or $100 US is 200 Belizean dollars. Really simple to understand. Because we didn't know anything about Belize, we posted on social media of who should we run into, where should we go, what should we eat, and I think basically the whole country saw it. We had about 1,500 comments from Belizeans telling us this and that, and there were a few names that kept coming up. One was Chef Sean. I'm talking about a good 50 comments. And so our first night at dinner at the San Ignacio Hotel, we randomly ran into him and another special guest.
In this country, whenever you hear about cuisine of Belize, these two faces come up. We're cooking for the royals. So they're gonna do it in a temple of the Maya ruin here. So the whole menu will be Maya Yucatec. So this lady is the authority of Maya cuisine in this country.
We opened Elvis Kitchen in San Pedro. It's 47 years old.
Wow.
You have to try it when you go
I
over.
want to. It's like, hopefully, I know you're cooking for the royals. I was like, hopefully you have time for us. It's always good when someone's energy matches who they are on video. Because I saw a few videos of Chef Sean before on YouTube. So we started off the next day really early. We stayed at this beautiful resort called Kahana Resort. It's like an eco-friendly 5-star resort. We started off the day going to the Mayan ruins, and we even took this hand-cranked ferry across the river, and our guy, man, this dude was jokes, but super prideful and knowledgeable about the history.
I see that's Belize, all the rainforest, our natural beauty. One big family, one big national park. We speak English, we dream in Spanish, our nightmares are in Maya. We text and drink in Creole.
I like that one, I like that one. We dance in Garifuna with the drums.
Yeah.
That's the right groups, guys. That's Belize. 400,000 people.
It's safe to say we like this. We love this. This is, y'all, comment down below what you think so far.
So at the Nantinich Mayan ruins, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and a must-see. But we got here maybe around 9:30 this morning, and it is about 10:30. You don't need a whole hour here, but you know, we're shooting, capturing content. But I can say in that 1 hour, the amount of people here has gone like 50, 60 more people, and the temperature's gone up a good like 5-10 degrees. So the earlier you can get here, the better for sure.
Here we are in Belize, learning all about the origins of chocolate from the Mayan times to the present day. And it's really cool just to learn all about the history. Chocolate is one of the biggest exports of Belize. And then we broke it down from the bean to making the chocolate drink. It's something that the Mayans used to actually enjoy. And the history of chocolate is actually fascinating, right? From the Mayans to Cadbury to the Hershey family, we're all down here sourcing chocolate. When I was enjoying Cadbury as a young kid, it's the last thing I was thinking about was a family. I just enjoyed the chocolate. So we only scratched the surface in San Ignacio, but it was time to take the adventure to Plasencia. So this is the southern part of Belize where the waters are so beautiful, you know a higher power created this paradise. And it's about a 3-hour drive from San Ignacio, so you know we had to have a pit stop. So one thing I saw about Belize when doing research was that the roads were terrible, but we had beautiful roads pretty much everywhere that we went. And when I asked people, they said, yeah, a lot of the roads that you see today were done in the last 5 years. So basically, today's reality has not caught up to the perception of what it is. So we had a quick pit stop for lunch. This is where me and Nate, we shared some jokes. So you get to see Yuri, the Haitian filmmaker, God, investor, tech guru, and Nathan, the business side of PassportHeavy, the serious guy, the voice of reason to make sure that we're always on time until that man has some tequila. And then after the pit stop, pulled up to Naya Resort, just what we've been waiting for. literally dreaming of. The most expensive villa you can book in the entire country. Basically the type of villa that would turn heads in Malibu, Miami, even Turks and Caicos. My only request is that they had a hot tub outside. When I come back, can we make that happen? So after checking in, we had dinner with Destiny, who is Miss Earth Belize, and her other Miss Earth friends. Destiny is like a beautiful representation of Belize with her warm, welcoming spirit. When you got Miss Earth and her friends, we had to keep the energy going. So after dinner, we went to Barefoot Bar, and let's just say, turn up. And when you have the ultimate villa, you gotta make the most of it. So after the party, it's the after party.
Baby, I will not lie. I can't wait to take off your life. If this is a secret, I swear that I will keep it. If it's a commitment, let's go all the way. Cause you got me creeping while the neighbor's sleeping. Do what I got to do just to get a taste.
Listen me true friend, me never gonna let her down, no. Friend till the end, a friend till we damn die. You are my friend, you are the one that will make it. From a little bit of youth,
And then I even met a new homie, and he was hella cool. And then he invited us to the village. But more on that later. He said, you gotta come vibe with us and come get on the drums. I said, say less. So I think you're seeing now how this 5 days turned into 34 days uncovering this story. We just felt comfortable, we felt energized by the people. And so after that fun night though, it was time to hit the water. So we went with Splash Adventures. So we went out fishing, and then we actually went island hopping. And the cool thing about this day is what you actually catch, you cook up later on in the day. It was my first time fishing actually, and it was a lot of fun. Renee was catching fish, Yuri was catching fish, but Nate, he lost his battle with the fish he caught though.
I'm an island boy, shots and fish.
You can't get much more fresh, right? From the ocean to gutting the fish on shore to the grill. And then Captain also taught us how to get conch out.
Whoa, just like that.
Wow.
What is that? Okay.
We had a chance, just to chill, relax, and really take in the island. And that made it, with the whole experience, literally one of the best days that we had on the trip by far. It's the reason people come for a short time and end up with a lifetime connection with this place. And I met this one digital nomad lady telling me just that.
I think there's a feeling in terms of we've all been through difficult times with the pandemic, and you learn that life is short and there's challenges, and as we get older, there's no reason why you can't combine both and do what you do best and what you love, especially if you're involved in anything. There's technology as the enabler to working from home or working from wherever, right?
And on the way back, we saw dolphins in the background, and then the most magical thing happened.
Just playing at the bow of the boat, and it's so beautiful. This is amazing.
I'm in real big trouble. Someone please call 911. Tell them I have been shot down.
Lifestyle believes safe water is human right. Safe water is our commitment, and it can be yours too.
We enjoyed it so much that we went out twice. So the next day, we just wanted to go snorkeling and relax. The Barrier Reef, right? Australia has the biggest, or?
Well, as I stated, they got people from Australia like to get upset with me, right? Because I like to be real. You guys in Australia have the largest barrier reef. But Belize, don't get me wrong, has the largest living barrier reef. So you come here, we do not have most of our coral suffering coral bleaching. That's the main disaster that ravaged coral lifespan. So in Belize, we're still under, I say, control and restriction. So yeah, we hold the belt on for the largest living. All right? So Australia, don't get mad with us. Just, hey, look at the... You want to like it.
So we just finished snorkeling here in Belize and it's absolutely beautiful. I've snorkeled in several places around the world. You guys know I love diving, but I can tell you here it's got so much sea life. We had stingrays, we had nurse sharks, which are like puppies of the sea. So if you're afraid of sharks, please do not worry. They are adorable and harmless and so incredible to swim with. And then we also had giant sea turtles. Well, giant to me anyway, they're quite big and absolutely beautiful. And so when you come to Belize, the one thing you can absolutely not miss doing is snorkeling.
And then we went to Rumfish and we met the legendary Super G. And he's a musician. He's not just known in Belize, but all throughout Central America. Truly a legend.
So we just finished dinner with incredible, talented artist Super G out here in Belize. And he was telling us all about his genre of music. And I feel like not enough of the world knows about it. So I would love, Super G, if you could tell our Passport Heavy audience what is Punta, what is Garifuna culture.
Yeah. Garifuna people came from St. Vincent over 200 years ago, settled in Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, and Belize. The Punta music is a traditional Garifuna music, but in the late 70s and early 80s, you know, a guy by the name of Pen Cayetano incorporated the guitar, and because of the guitar, he named it Punta Rock. Okay. You know, which is the music now is the #1 music, Belizean music. You know, loved by many. It's a music more for the younger audience. It's very energetic, similar to the soca music.
Can you show me a little bit of the move?
Oh yeah.
The dance move. Hey! I'm gonna learn how to do this and then I'm gonna come back on camera.
So like I was saying before, when I connected with Kerwin, he told me I gotta come out and experience the drums and the people. And then when I pulled up, I realized Kerwin and Super G's were actually family. So after spending 34 days in Belize, there's a lot that didn't make this video. So we made one of the most comprehensive, the only guide that you will ever need for Belize. You know, accommodations for all budgets, the restaurants, the people that you need to run into, right? And how to even structure your trip. The most comprehensive guide. Make sure you click that button, man. We only had 2 days in Placencia. Now it was time to hop on Tropic Air and head to San Pedro, Belize, the most popular tourist destination. The plane ride itself was an experience. Super small plane, can't lie, your boy was nervous when he first got on. And it's one of the best views that you can have while experiencing Belize. We landed and we could feel the energy right away. Placencia is so quiet and chill. San Pedro, you got the golf carts, you got people, you got the energy. So many different options too, where you can stay in San Pedro. So if money is no object and you're coming for a few days, Alaya is definitely the spot that you want to stay. It's brand new hotel with beautiful rooms, oceanfront, amazing pools. Now service on the food and drinks, that could be improved, but it's a new place, so I give them some grace. It's a Marriott autograph property, and as an ambassador elite, I had to give this place a try. So the standout thing about Alaya is definitely the rooftop. During the day, it's like a movie. You literally have a 360 view. You can't go wrong. And at night, it's also amazing. On the weekends, they have a DJ. It's the grown and sexy vibe. And then downstairs, you have a true mixologist. And it's like with a jazz vibe.
Mixologists, we don't sell alcohol, we sell love. We are doing like around 10 to 12 liquors, our homemade from scratch. We do homemade bitters, homemade Kahlua, BELIZE, Frangelico, Grand Marnier, all liquors.
And then you have the Mahogany Bay by Hilton Curia. I want to let you know why I've enjoyed my stay here so much. First and foremost is the staff. So one thing about Belize, the quality of service across the board is not on point yet, but here the service is. And so that's one thing that really stood out. The food is probably my favorite that I've had at a hotel so far while in Belize.
We have mestizo night. So mestizo is actually one of our cultures here in Belize. They speak mainly Spanish.
My personal favorite, I love the ribs by Chef Adan. Literally the meat falls off of the bone. And one of the most magical things is the private beach club that they have. No one other than hotel guests. 10-minute ride away, and then when you pull up, you can feel the tranquility. They've got a full restaurant, a full bar, and one of the things that will make your trip that much better is if you book one of the overwater private bungalow. That's gonna make you vibe out as much as you can. And make sure you get one of those coconut mojitos. I heard someone say they booked their entire trip to Belize just based on the pictures of the cabanas in the water. The rooms are nice, but if I give you a suggestion, try and opt for the 2 bedrooms and up, because the natural light, if you have the one that we stayed in, just not a lot of good natural light, and so you don't feel like you want to be in there all the time. And one of the coolest things about the property is that you have several different restaurants within the gated community. And the one that stands out the most is definitely Toshi's spot. So he is the top sushi chef in the country. And so if you like sushi and you come to San Pedro, it would be a crime not to stop by.
For me, it's very Japanese, that's a very simple way to eat. Fish, this is the best time. That's how you're feeling the moment and the season. So that's, for me, this is very Japanese food.
Everything has a time in life, and that's how the menu is crafted in Japanese culture, with a Belizean twist. Food by seasons. So a few more options for you. If you want to stay right in the middle of town, the #1 option is Phoenix by far. If you want to be able to walk, you don't want to have to do the go-kart thing. Literally everything was in walking distance. And the service at Phoenix is impeccable. The food is good, it's right on the water, and it's a great value if you have a family. Like, we had a 3-bedroom place, and it was perfect if you want to do laundry and just really relax. It's the kind of place I can see someone coming and coming back for the next 20 years. It kind of has that family atmosphere. Now, Sunset Carib, wow, what a place, my kind of place, because it was like a fresh Airbnb with service. And then if I was staying for a week or longer, this would likely be my choice, right? It's away from the mix. It's like halfway to Secret Beach and halfway away from the town with all the madness. The rooms are impeccable. You have a great view. And my personal favorite places, just like Yuri, are more like the modern feel with like a sleek and minimalistic feel. So the 2 bedrooms are great. They have 2 full bathrooms and a full kitchen, washer and dryer. And then the lofts, those are super sexy. An open concept with high ceilings. So it's perfect for a couple or singles. And then they have a sister property across the street, the Grand Carib, and that's an ocean front. And it's been a staple within the community for years. One of the top places you can come in San Pedro is here at Secret Beach. And right now we're at Blue Bayou. You can literally see the vibes behind me. You eat, you drink, and you vibe. That's all I'm gonna say. Come enjoy. But it's about a 40-minute drive from the main part of San Pedro. But it's worth the trip. This is also where the property for lots have gone from 5,000 to literally 40,000 and no signs of slowing down, right? Because it's beautiful and it's super up and coming. You can literally walk out for like 100 meters. And then one of the coolest things I learned, I met this girl from San Diego, and then she told me how she came for 2 weeks and now she's staying for like 4 months. She's rented an oceanfront apartment for $900 a month. So I was like, there are scales to the prices that you can pay. I'm seeing that she got the local price. So just really take your time when going around Belize. So if you're staying longer, just search around for some of these best deals. So let's talk about some of the activities that you can do. Maybe the most famous thing to do in Belize is probably visiting the Blue Hole. It is not to be missed. It's literally a wonder of the world. Wow. And so Renee, she did a dive tour, and she actually broke her record for diving, going down 130 feet.
Woo! She loves to dive. Really? Yeah. Wow. To go that deep, you gotta be brave. We as humans do not swim that fast.
Well, I think, you know, because you have the fins and the oxygen, it kind of like, you know, it's not like
that is a wrap for the Blue Hole. Oh my god, what an insane experience. Definitely for me gonna be the highlight of this trip here to Belize. Just know it is a full day experience. We started at 5:30 this morning. We are just getting back and it's about 4:30 in the afternoon, but it's well worth it. I mean, you can only go to 2 Blue Holes, I think. There's one here in Belize, one in Australia, and apparently the one here in Belize, it may not be the biggest, but it's the most vibrant and full of life. When I tell you we were seeing sharks, I've actually never swam with like another shark besides a nurse shark, so this to me was an insane experience. I know you're going to see the footage, and I took that myself. Just want the credit, but we also saw rays, stingrays, we saw loads of fish, turtles, and just had an absolutely amazing day. So if you come to Belize, I know it's going to be a long day trip, but it's 100% worth it. Make sure you hit up the Blue Hole.
Of course.
So me and Nathan, we opted to see the Blue Hole by air in a helicopter, and wow, what an experience. And our hero, Yuri, that man was hanging out the helicopter to get the footage for y'all. Shots that you've never seen before.
This video makes me want to get on a plane like now and go. Like 4 hours? That is really not bad. How do you feel about the video so far?
Beautiful. It was beautiful that someone else other than a Belizean is talking about it.
Yeah.
Every city, everyone looked a little different. So it was like a mixture. And then there were certain cities that everyone, like it was just diverse all the way. So, and that goes to show you, it's like they're Afro-Latino, and it's like, you know, they're just not represented up until now the way that they need to be, because I'm here to tell you, every time you say Belize, they're like, ¿Qué quieres? ¿Dónde está?
You have to say Honduras for most people to know where Belize is. And they're like, oh, it's over there. Or if you say Guatemala, oh, it's over there.
Or Nicaragua.
You have to say all the top ones, like, it's a hidden gem. They're putting it on the map. They're letting y'all know how great and beautiful Belize is. It is cool coming from a multicultural ethnicity. You don't have to just be one thing. Growing up in a Belizean household where everyone is coming from like being chocolate or high yellow, you never know what you're gonna get. Everything is just, I love it. Belize is amazing. Stay tuned for part 2.